Well, good morning my YouTube friends, it's Margaret again from Orchids and Garden in England, and if this video works it'll be a miracle. But I hadn't intended to go up to the grow room and do another video today, but I see the specialist a week tomorrow, and that'll be when I know what kind of chemotherapy I'm going to have. So I'm trying to get all these jobs done so that I can be rest assured everything's going to be fine. Okay, I'm keeping everything as hydrated as I possibly can, but bearing in mind it's only 18 in the grow room. It was down to 15 or 14 this morning. But we're inside, we're in a building, and the window faces south. Excuse me. And it's 68% humidity. Right. Excuse me. Now and again I get a little tickle in my throat, so just bear with me. Apologies for that. It's as the central heating clicks in and out, and it changes the temperature, that's when I start to, get to cough, which is most annoying. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you this one, but whether or not I'll be able to show you properly, because I've got the camera angled. Okay, right. I don't know how much of this you're going to see. Let me just move those two back. Right, so can you see this one here? This one here. It's got a little green root. It's got lots of roots. Can you see how they go up and down this stem? And this is the species one. No, where's my label? Tolumnia scandens. Right. And it grows here, grows right in the windowsill, south facing, gets all the winter sun. You see this little area here, this bit here. Well, I broke that, and I've got two growing tips, and I've been growing them in rock wool to establish the roots, and I think they've established enough now. Now the other piece of wood I've got like this, I've got the Tolumnia Peach. Right, so it looks a little bit worse for wear, but it isn't, it's fine. It's recently sent out this new fan here. This fan here. And it's sent out this fan here. And that was the other fan. So we're not doing too badly. Put that up there. And this is the other piece of wood, exactly the same. And this has got Tolumnia Peach on it. And it was in a bit of a sorry state when I put it on here. But I don't know whether you'll notice. I've got to come really close in. Whether you'll see. But we've got a root there. And we've also got other roots, and they love this little kind of bark. Can you see it? Where they can, because these have got very fine roots. You see, there's this part of it now, and you see, they send the roots down. Can you see it down? They send them up. They send them up also. And it took a while. It took a while with this one. But then I've noticed. Can you see how the fans now are going green? And I've got a new little fan tucked under here somewhere. So this one likes this. So I thought, well, how are you going to work this now? Now, Tolumnia scandens. Okay. Can you see that one root? So there's the one root. Don't know whether it's going to focus. But look, there's that one root there. So that's how it's being sustained. And can you see the new fan it's forming there? I'm working blind here. I hope you can see it. So it's there. And have you noticed also I've got a new fan coming there? I don't know whether... Right. Okay. Got a little bit of a dead leaf there. So let's just cut that one off first. Alright, come here. What you've got to be careful, she says, is not to cut. There. Right, so that's one. So that's one I broke off. Okay, and this is the other little tiny bit that I broke off. Now anybody else would have thrown that away. But look, it gave me a root. So I'll deal with them. Let's deal with them two first. So I went rooting and I haven't got a piece of wood like the other one. All I've got, see, that was the rock wall that it was grown in. Nice and soft. For those little tender roots. So this is the only piece of wood I've got. I went rooting. This is well dried, this is. Well dried. And it actually, believe it or not, fits on the shelf that way. I think it's that way. So I thought, well, I wonder whether or not I should use this. Now just let me just go off camera a minute. Yeah. That's the way it'll run. Okay. So now the growth will come at the back here. So this needs, you see, you've got to be so careful. This, you see how that's lay? There, like that. With that little ridge there just to support, if you like, that stem. But you see, I've got to get that root access to. I wonder if I could do it that way. Can you see how I've got that root there? That might be okay. That might be okay, like that. So that's one. And I'll put the root there. Now here's baby. Here's little tiny baby. Ooh, come here, baby. So what I'm going to do with baby is, ooh, come here. I wonder if I can get baby here. Can you see how flat it is there? Or whether I should put baby here. Whether I should put, no, I don't want baby there. Right, just let me get a little bit of moss. Right, I've got the starting point and I've got the fishing line here. So, and I've got tiny little bits of moss, only little tiny bits. So let's take baby. Okay. looking at the direction this root's growing. So I wonder which is the best place to I mean, I'm going to be very lucky if this little tiny piece survives. Very lucky. But right, so that piece is on. Okay, now let's have a look at this piece. Which way did I decide? Oh, I wanted the root to go that way, didn't I? Like that. And you see, that way. So I think can you see what I'm doing? I've got to be so careful, because what I don't want to do is see, when I water this, when it's watered, I can't afford to have that root, sorry, to have the moss dripping down, there we go, onto this other piece. Right, okay. Right, so all I can do is put that little bit of moss on there, hold it, and start on. I'm going to do the top one first. Because the top one will determine whereabouts I'm putting the bottom one. Okay. Right. 1. 2. I don't need that anymore, do I? There we go. Right, so that's on secure now, can you see? There we go. That's the newest one, so that'll come out here. Maybe I should have put the big one at the bottom. Never mind, I've decided to put it that way. So, and I think I was right to remove this little one, because I think this little one has got to come here. Right, and the reason I'm putting it there is because let's just put it there. There we go. When I water this now, I've got no worries that this moss is going to drip on this other little tiny section. Okay, I think that's secure enough. Just let me move it away to make sure that everything's secure. and then we'll tie this other section up. Just wants to move a bit, doesn't it? So what I might do there, can you see, it just needs that little bit of stability there. Tell you, where's the other end? Oh, here's the other end. So let's take it across and fasten it off. That's going to be fastened up all right now. Okay, there's my scissors. Be careful with that, just put it there. Okay. Right, so that one just wants... Well, it's maybe a little bit close, that one, this one, but I've had to, there we are, I've had to keep them close. Alright, and I'll show you after where they're going to go now. So that's one. Hold on while I get the other done now. Right. Now, because I've got the door open, of course, the temperature's dropped. We're down to 17 now. Well, it'll pick up after. Okay, so these are those two little antique pots. Okay, some might say, well, why don't you just leave them in there for the winter? And let's have a look. There we go. You see, I've got a dead fan there, and you see that dead fan, and I've got a little root, got some roots, but I've also got these two new fans growing here, and you see that one and that one. So that's that one. Let's see if I can get this out. Okay. Yes, well, it's raining outside, and we've had the first of the cold nights. So, right, here's the other one. That's a new fan there, and it's producing one there. So, I've got two pieces of cork bark here, and I wasn't sure whether to put them both on this piece of cork bark. You see, I've got a natural crevice there. Let's have a look. But I don't know whether this piece is big enough. Let's have a look at this piece. I've got this big dip here. Okay, let's see if I can... I'm not so bothered about this old fan here, but I'm going to use it as an anchor, so I'll just cut this top leaf off. Okay, these are really fiddly bits, I tell you. This is why you can't rush, you see. No, don't be better going that way. I've got to decide which I'm putting on for the top part. Okay. I wonder whether that'll go in there. You see that? Right, so I've got this one sorted. The first one sorted, so I'll put a little tiny piece of moss, just tuck it in there. Right. Okay, like that. Can you see? That way. So she says. Do I want to do the same with this one and support it into that little area there? Let's have a look. It doesn't need a lot of moss, it just needs something just to enable those roots. You have to fiddle, you have to just find the... that's alright. That's alright, that's alright. Again, just a little bit of moss. Which bit am I going to get? I like these soft bits at the end. Okay. Now let's see. So we're going to put that way. Look out. I want that piece of stone there. Can you see that piece of stone I've got? There. Because there's a root on there. And I'm wanting that to... Right, just let me have a check how I am for time. So what I'm just trying to do now is just tie this little bit of fishing line round it. Okay, where's the other end now? There's the other end. That end and that end. Can you see that new little growth there? Well, I've not got to get any water on that, and but I've got to get it secure enough. Okay. Hold on. These are such little fiddly bits that you want it to feel snug. Right, I think this one might be okay now. Now, I've just got the other one to do now. So I've tied that one off, put a little hook there, and I've tied this one off, and I'm going to put a hook there, and just see in a second I'm going to place them and see whether or not I've got these hooks right. This one I might not have got right. Let me have a think. Right, so this is the Tolumnia species. This is the scandens. Or scandens. Alright, and you see how it sits on that top shelf. And if you'll look, now if I switch this one light on, can you see? That's going to get maximum sunlight, and if need be I can move it further along. So that's wonderful, that one. This one I wanted to put on a hook over here, which I might be able to do. She says looking around for something to hang with. Just bear with me a minute. See, I wanted this one to hang here, from this hook here. Alright. See, there's the other one. That's the other peach. And there's the big one. So they hang directly into the window. Cracked it. Alright. So that's the other little peach. And it might seem as though these are the new growths and they're hanging down. Let's just see if I turned it round, whether or not it'd make any difference if I put it that way. And you see what I mean? Whichever way, I mean, it's going to turn, actually it's probably better going that way, which I'm going to do in a second, because there's a natural place for the hook. And then it's got the light there. Joe, just hold on. There we go. That's lovely. I'm really quite pleased with that, how that's worked out. And I had to move the Walkeriana from there to do this video, but now I'm going to start the watering. And this is where that Cattleya Dusky Maid, that's where one half is standing here, and these are some of the others. Can you see? That's where Tolumnia scandens sits now, and these are the others. That's the other Dusky Maid. So I'm going to water all these today. And you see? And then I've got little tiny things coming out in my Kingianums. That's berry odour. And I think it's that. Can you see that one there? Look. Which is this one? I can't remember what this one's called. Well, that's got two coming in it. So anyway, I look at that. Not ready to quite open yet, but it won't be long. And that's the Catasetum pileatum yellow giant. There we go. So thank you for joining me again. Look, the windows are steamed up already. That's the light on there. And I'm going to set to now and water the rest of these holy clay pots. Take care now. Bye bye.